Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're all well. We're running a little bit late, but hopefully things look a bit different. They look a bit darker, so I could do with perhaps some more light, but we'll sort that out. For now, I just want to go through this. You're looking absolutely amazing, by the way. Are you subscribed? If not, make sure you are. By the end of this video, at least. You don't have to go and do it straight away. I'll give you about 7 minutes. So this was a post that was shared on X from Liam Payne. Apparently, this was one that he was forced, perhaps some may even say that he was bullied into removing. Some of you may have seen it, some of you certainly won't have seen it, but I think it's important because it gives an insight into what is happening around Liam Payne and the narrative that's trying to be pushed. And maybe you can let me know down in the comments below whether you think that this comment, this post that Liam Payne left is indicative of that narrative that's being pushed out. But anyway, here we go. I think I can show it on the screen, actually. Should be able to show it to you. Look, there we go. It's a bit tiny, but I'll read it to you anyway. So, seeing the world through your eyes last night was the most beautiful thing to experience. My neck hurts from how much I'm looking up to you right now. You were already my friend and brother, but getting to look through that window into your world and mind, it just extends that respect I have for you. What you've dealt with and how you've held it all inside. I'm so sorry I was so out of my mind and I didn't do better for you. I feel ashamed in those moments to not be as good of a friend as you have been to me. At least I have time now and I'm me again, so we'll try and make amends. I'm emotionally drained watching the movie and I only did an hour and a half. You lived it and I'm so proud of you, of how you did it, not only with your amazing music, but with passion and the will to get up off the canvas every time life beat you down and fight back. I'm so thankful to have you in my life, mate. I feel so lucky, and I know you know this, but you were part of a small group of people that literally saved my life. You dragged me out of something so dark I've never shared it, but your approach is something I admire and aspire to, so I can one day do the same. Thank you, Louis, and congratulations. You deserve all these moments, every sight you get to see, every cheer that you hear, and all the love you are receiving from the world. You worked harder than any of us to get here, and now the world gets to see that from your side. Guys, go watch the movie, please. He deserves it, and you'll learn a lot about yourself from this very special man. So, that was the post that, before Liam's death, he obviously released on behalf of, or to, Louis Tomlinson, and he was basically bullied. Some people have suggested that perhaps Liam Payne's own record label had told him to remove it. Maybe it was because it had statements in there that would, speak about Liam himself and the things that he was going through, and perhaps they didn't think that it was wise to go, but who knows? At the end of the day, I think what this tells you and shows you is yet again that Liam Payne has this ability and desire to be open and honest about what is going on and what has been going on in his life. He was very open about the struggles that he had and why he had them. He, again, we've mentioned it multiple times, but the Diary of a CEO interview that he did with Stephen Bartlett, he again was open, and in this you see that same openness. You could say that Liam Payne he kind of wore his heart on his sleeve, and that would ultimately be his downfall. Again, some may say those around him, there is an air of disingenuous about them. From, Maya Henry, we only have to sort of mention her name and that will bring up certain thoughts and feelings surrounding Liam Payne. You've obviously got Kate Cassidy and her behaviour, the fact that she left and only a few days later he ends up dead. Now, some people will give her a pass and say it's not her responsibility, but no. It could be argued, no, it's not her responsibility, but she did subsequently then come out afterwards in the aftermath of his death and speak about how they were destined to get married and had planned to do so. So there's a bit of a sticky wicket there with it. And then you've got Rogelio Norres, and we all have our thoughts and feelings about Rogelio Norres, but not one of them seemed to have Liam's best interests at heart, certainly not Rogelio Norres. But like I say, I brought this post here because it was sent to me. Thank you to those of you who did send it out, and I just felt that it gave us an insight into, again, Liam Payne, the post, the openness of it. Now, some people even bullied him over this post. They'd turned around and said that this post was about making it about him. This was they'd said, it's you again. You're just talking about you. But I don't see that in it. He's obviously, again, maybe some may say he's a bit too open. He's a bit too open because of who he is. Maybe he didn't understand how much this openness would leave him open to the criticism, leave him open to the bullying, and it certainly did. But he talks in here specifically about the fact that he's back. This section here where it says, you was part of a small group of people that literally saved my life. You dragged me out of something so dark. I've never shared it, but your approach is something I admire and aspire to do, so I can one day do the same. And then at the top, at least, he's back to normal. He's himself again. So what happened in Argentina? Again, this that same recurring question that you hear different people, even when we talk about the Netflix documentary, that they are still arguing about at this point. We don't know whether they approached the parents, whether they were indeed given permission, whether they weren't given permission. I'm sure we'll find out in the upcoming days what is actually going on there, but there's no real clarity there. But, AJ came out and spoke about his interactions with Liam and said he seemed fine. And again, there was others that he did interact with outside of this inner circle that would again suggest that Liam was okay. But something happened. Some catastrophic failing happened, and it led to his death. And again, I can't help but look at this post. I know that certain people are going to feel a certain way about it, especially those who haven't seen it and know the story behind it of how he uploaded it for Louis and was subsequently bullied because he'd uploaded it and forced to take it down before his death. But luckily this was, somebody had found it, someone had screenshotted it, they had kept it, and it gets us to have a look at Liam, a little insight into who he was, and again to remind those who may have forgotten about how he was as a person. It's undeniable. Reading this, you can see what type of person he is, you can see how he was. Sad end, but in the next few days we will find out where this entire case is going with the reopening of the system over in Argentina. The courts are all back open, so maybe we'll get some movement, but keep your eyes peeled and let me know down below what you think. I'll catch you all in video 2 later today.